Okay, this is gonna be the haul. These are the books. Hello everyone, welcome back to Bookshelf Blues. I'm Danny. I read a lot of books, and today I wanted to do a book haul. I ordered a bunch of books from Barnes & Nobles. I know, support your local bookstore, but like they didn't have everything I wanted. So I ordered from Barnes & Nobles, and I already opened the box, so there's no unboxing, unfortunately, but I was too excited. Some of them are like Barnes & Noble's collectives, like leather-bound and beautiful. I can't wait to read them, and I can't wait to show you guys what I'm going to be reading in the next couple weeks. So, starting off strong is, look at this. Wait, hold on. It's The Divine Comedy by Dante Alighieri. I hope I'm saying that right. And I read this before. I read the John Ciardi translation, which I have actually. I have the Divine Comedy, the John Ciardi translation. And this one I wanted to get because it's a different translation, and look at this. I mean, like, look at the gold pages. You can't even see it in the light. Look at the back, the cover. Like, it's actually gorgeous. And yeah, so I wanted to reread this in a different translation. I've been told that this one is more faithful to the original Italian, whereas the John Ciardi translation, which I really loved, is more poetic. So I wanted to see what the faithful translation is. And yeah, also it's a beautiful copy. I had to have it. So I also got Hood Feminism, if you can see it, Hood Feminism. This was supposed to be read for a book club that I'm in, and the book took too long to get here with the other books. So I missed the day for the book club, which was kind of sad. But I'm excited to read it. It's more about womanism, which is like Black feminism. It's feminism centering Black women. So I'm super excited to learn more about it. I haven't read anything. I don't know anything about the book besides that. But from the girls in the women-only book club that I'm a part of, they said that it was a great read and it taught them a lot. And I'm hoping it's kind of like Bell Hooks's All About Love, similar to that, because I really enjoyed that book. I did a review of it on the channel if you guys want to watch that. So yeah, I'm super excited about reading this as well. So I got 2 books from V.E. Schwab, and she, like, not only do her books sound really interesting, but she just started a YouTube channel and she's like interviewing authors and doing all these really interesting things. And it's kind of cool. She seems super sweet. So the first one I got is A Darker Shade of Magic. And I'm going to wait to read this one because there's a character in it called Kel. And I just read Mistborn, and there's a character in it called Kel. I don't want to be confused with the 2 characters. But this one sounds really cool. It's about, like, traveling between dimensions, and there's like multiple Londons where the book takes place, and they're traveling between the different Londons, and there's a cool magic system I've heard. I haven't read it yet, but it sounds really cool. And then I also got Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Vicious sounds like a comic book themed. It's about 2 college students who figure out the way to get superpowers, and then they kind of use the superpowers for evil. Which sounds super exciting. I love villain characters, and I'm so excited to read it. Also, I flipped through it, and I'm flipping through it now. The language seems really accessible, and after reading the current book I'm reading right now, which is a philosophy book, and it's really dense, and the language is a little hard to follow. Reading something light and like, it would be a breath of fresh air. I need to read something lighthearted, and not lighthearted, but something easier to read for right now. So another beautiful book I have is Circe. I don't know how to say it. I keep saying Circe, like Cersei from Game of Thrones, but I don't know if that's how you say it. So this one, supposedly it's like based in Greek mythology. It's from Madeline Miller. She also did The Song of Achilles, which is, about Achilles, but from someone else's perspective. But Circe is about a woman. I think she was born like the daughter of a god and a mortal. And it just follows her life of being like ugly and not having any powers, even though she's a demigod, and what it's like to be a woman in Greek society. So it sounds very up my alley. I love Greek mythology and I love learning about history, and having anything to do with that and anything talking about the trials of women in society is like right up my alley. So I'm gonna read this next probably after I finish my current book, which is The Wisdom of Insecurity, by Alan Watts. But I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, this might be the next read. I'll see. It depends on what you guys want to see in the reviews, but we'll see. So I'm a little late for Pride Month to read like a Pride related book. On the TBR is When Brooklyn Was Queer. Can't really see it. When Brooklyn Was Queer. And it's just about the history of lesbian, gay, bisexual people in Brooklyn, where I live. Has a place in my heart. Like, I'm super excited because not only do I get to read about, other queer people who grew up where I'm growing up and who lived and thrived in Brooklyn, but also I get to go to these places and say, hey, this is a historic gay bar or something like that. And yeah, I just really like history, and it's pink. Like, it's like I just love the text. It's just really cute. So a big favorite, I'm sure, for a lot of people, and even if they don't remember, a lot of people grew up on Shel Silverstein. So I have a combination Barnes & Noble's classic of Where the Sidewalk Ends and everything on it. It's hardcover. It's beautiful. I love it so much. Like, look at the illustrations. So cute. And it's just a book of poetry. Shel Silverstein did The Giving Tree and other books like that. Yeah, I read his poems when I was a kid, and I love poetry so much. And he's one of the reasons, him and Edgar Allan Poe. I think everyone likes Edgar Allan Poe, though. But yeah, Shel Silverstein is one of the reasons I love poetry. And he's kind of like, if you haven't read him, he's kind of like Dr. Seuss. If Dr. Seuss had more to say, if that makes sense. He's a little edgy, he's a little, like, out there. And he does great illustrations along with his poems. Yeah, super cool. So we have another huge, beautiful book. It's a collection of 7 novels from Jane Austen. And I mean, again, look at that. Just look at how beautiful the copy is. I think the light is too bright for you to see. But it's got filigree. It's like mint blue. And I've never read a Jane Austen novel, like not even in high school where I think most people read the classics. I don't know anything about Jane Austen. I hear that she's very witty and like her prose is really good. So I'm like kind of giddy. I don't want to just read it in order. I kind of want to read it based on my mood. I don't know. I don't want to read her worst book that, the book that most people don't like and then think I just don't like Jane Austen. I want to read based on what I'm interested in first, and then branch off into other books, hopefully, if they're good. I just love this copy. Like, Barnes & Noble's classic editions, leather-bound editions are so cool. I spend so much money. These books are like $25 for the copy. I got like 30 of them. It's a problem. It's honestly a problem. And last but not least, Alan Watts' The Wisdom of Insecurity. So I'm currently reading this one, and it got like messed up because it started raining while I was reading outside. But it's blowing my mind. It's such a cool book. Like I said, the language is a little dense, and I'm going to do a review on it maybe next week. I'm almost done. I've got like 20 pages left. And I really want to go into depth and like explain the topics that he's talking about, not just do a review, but hopefully really explain for the people who haven't read it or for the people who've read it and don't really understand. It took a lot for me to kind of simmer with the concepts, like to apply them to my life and try to understand what he's trying to say. So a lot of people say the book is impractical. I don't think so. I think it's really practical. I think it's really helpful for the modern age. And yeah, the tagline is a message for an age of anxiety. A lot of us have anxiety. And Alan Watts is here, traveling spiritually from the 50s to give us wisdom that we all need today. So yeah, I'm going to do a review on this book. But if you have any books to recommend, I'm always down for more books. Like, I'm ready to read all of them. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next week on Bookshelf Blues. Have a good day.